Welcome to the Fore podcast.
Happy Thanksgiving there.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, Alex.
Yeah, thanks. It's Saturday, November 25th, and I'm actually up north. We've been hanging out. It's been good. Although I'm not over in person doing the podcasting. I did see the behind the scenes. I thought it was great. That's a pretty nice mansion you got over there with that prison room that you built out custom. I love it.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's nice. Well, I guess we probably should do this. Welcome everybody to the Fore podcast. This is basically a podcast for anybody who watches football, plays golf, really anything that somebody might do on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon. And Dave, that's what we're all about, right?
Diversifying. It could be other
Yeah.
days of the week. It doesn't have to be Saturdays or Sundays.
It could be. It really depends on what your schedule is. For the majority of people, Saturday and Sunday afternoon, they might have that off, and so they can kind of relax and kick back and do whatever they want. So it's really a show about that. Dave, today we're going to be talking about what are we talking about? I feel like you always spring these things on me. I'm never prepared. What are we talking about?
Let's talk about the top 4 most overrated Thanksgiving dishes.
Oh, okay. I think I've got a couple of those. Fortunately, I've got some pretty recent memories of because Thanksgiving was 2 days ago. So I think I can pull something out of my behind for this. Yeah, basically the 4 most overrated, right? Thanksgiving dishes that we just don't need, right? Like, I guess in my mind, if I'm thinking about the favorite food that I want to eat on Thanksgiving, I just want to eat some Chinese like orange chicken. That's all I want to do. But everybody makes me become traditional, and then I got to eat all the traditional foods, right?
Do you make your own orange chicken or do you go somewhere to get that?
I go somewhere. I don't know if you can really replicate what they do at the professional Chinese houses.
You totally could. You could make better orange chicken than the restaurants if you set your mind
Yeah.
to it.
That might be true. Okay, well, without any further ado, Dave, I'm going to kick this baby off at number 4. The 4th most overrated, worst Thanksgiving dish is cranberry sauce. Oh, God. Who needs cranberry sauce, Dave? Do you love cranberry sauce or what?
I'm on board with that selection. I've
Yeah.
had it before, just like you get like one of those small helpings just to show that you're willing to try something. And what's the benefit of it? Do people put it on stuff or they eat it alone? And whether it's the canned jellied stuff or the homemade fresh stuff, I don't care for it. So I would skip that every time now.
I feel like it's really bitter unless you just add a bunch of sugar to it, and then it's really unhealthy. It's like, what's the point then? And I think the real benefit is like the antioxidants that you get from it. But I mean, if you're not going for antioxidants, then don't go for the cranberry sauce because that stuff is just bitter and sour and gross. I hate it.
All right. Do you think it's possible we've never had good cranberry sauce? Or do you think it is what it is? We just don't like it?
Well, I mean, we're like men in our 30s. I feel like we probably would have. I feel like that's enough years of our life to have experienced any good cranberry sauce, don't you?
Yeah. I don't think I've even tried it in like 10 years. Next year, I might try it just to like reaffirm it. But yeah, for right now, I'd say that it definitely makes the list. Cranberry sauce, top 4 most overrated Thanksgiving dishes for sure.
Dave, what do you have for number 3?
I can't be alone in this, but deviled eggs, like I don't get the appeal.
Oh,
I
Dave.
had a deviled egg somewhat recently. My aunt told me to
Wow.
try it, and I said, "I don't think I'd like it." She's like, "Well, do you like mustard?" I said, "No." She's like, "Oh, well, you would like it. You should try it." And as soon as I put it in my mouth, I was like, "Oh, this," it was just terrible. So I don't mind hard-boiled eggs. I just don't see the appeal of a deviled egg. It just seems like a real old lady type of food.
Dave, I feel like this is blasphemy. I really do. This is sacrilegious. This is like a staple for any good Thanksgiving dinner. Honestly, I can't believe you're saying this. No show, just honest to God. And I think when somebody asks if you like mustard, like that's the why would like it's I don't even know, does it have mustard in it? I mean, it's got the yellow color to it,
This
but
one had mustard in it. Yeah.
I wasn't maybe it has a little bit of mustard mixed in, but it's mostly a mayonnaise that you're mixing it in with. So I mean, isn't it the yolk that's giving it the yellow? I'm not really sure. Maybe your aunt's not making it right.
Okay. She's a really excellent cook, by the way, but I'd try it again. I just feel like the texture's off, the temperature's off. It's a weird meal. It's a weird side. If we have Thanksgiving together, you can have all the deviled eggs you want. So that's good at least. You don't have to worry about me eating all of them.
I honestly think deviled eggs are like one of the greatest food inventions ever. I really do. I mean, that's why I'm just so like blindsided by this.
Agree
I'm
to disagree.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to agree to disagree, Dave. I feel like you're doing this for controversy just to drive up the views. Not even, huh? I'm still stuck with like mustard. Like mustard is not the leading ingredient that you'd say. Do you like mustard? Like there's not even a hint of a taste of mustard in there.
Here's the thing, I don't mind mustard. I'll put mustard on my sandwiches, but I don't wanna eat, like, a mustard paste in a cold, hard-boiled eggshell.
That's not even what it is though. It's not a mustard paste. It's a mayonnaise based paste.
I
I
I c
guess if we can get away from the term paste,
I
then
I'd try it again if you insisted, but
yeah.
I still think it's gonna be a top 4 most overrated Thanksgiving dish for me of all time.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's move on. Like you said, agree to disagree. Gonna move on to number two. I feel like number two is the epitome of everything that's wrong with the American diet. The ambrosia salad. You know what that is, right?
That's actually my favorite dish of all time.
Shut up.
Yeah, the ambrosia salad?
Are you serious?
No, I
Oh, I was gonna say
no. It's not I've had it before. It's not something I would ask anybody to make ever.
no. I mean, it's not like I would say that the taste isn't terrible, but the consistency is really weird. There are just way too many random consistencies in there. Like one dish I'm looking at right now, the ingredients even call for pecans. And so it's like you've got like a smooth consistency, you've got a crunch, you've got a soft, you've got bouncy with the marshmallows. So the ingredients are whipped toppings such as Cool Whip. Anytime you're gonna like, it's not even a dessert. I feel like how is this not even in the dessert territory? And then there's sour cream, mandarin oranges, crushed pineapple, maraschino cherries, shredded coconut, fruity rainbow mini marshmallows, and fruity rainbow mini marshmallows and crushed pecans. I didn't even know what to do. Who invented this?
It sounds like one of those dishes that was invented in the '50s when, like, Jello first became,
Hmm.
like I guess when they first invented Jello, and they had to find a way to use those, like, special Jello mold dishes, and they were
Yeah.
like, "Hey, some of these recipes from the '50s were just truly awful." So I think that's where it originated from.
I remember seeing a cookbook, and the entire thing was basically how to incorporate Seven Up into all of these different cooking dishes. So, like the base was always Seven Up, and they were trying to incorporate it. That's like the epitome of 50s and 60s terrible housewife cooking, American housewife cooking. And you're right, the ambrosia salad really sums it all up.
Just like a shameless plug from the 7 Up company that they
Mhm.
wrote this, cookbook. They're like, "Hey, how do we drum up sales of 7 Up? Let's make a cookbook and you put 7 Up in every single recipe." Yeah, that's great. Good idea, guys. So, ambrosia salad, you're right to your point about the texture. Make up your mind. Is it crunchy? Is it soft? Is it smooth? Is it cream? There's too many different textures going on. And you said
Bouncy.
pecan what
Oh,
what nut did you say it had in it?
pecans.
Pecans, okay.
Pecan.
I thought you said pecan, and I was like, "Oh, that's a interesting way to pronounce it."
I don't know. How do you say it? Tomato,
I
tomato, right?
say I say pecan.
Okay. Yeah. I think I
Agree
get
to
it.
disagree.
Yeah, we will. Okay, Dave, take us on home. What's the number one most overrated Thanksgiving dish?
Again, I realize that everyone's tastes are unique and everyone has their own opinion, but for me, number 1 all-time most overrated Thanksgiving dish has to be green bean casserole. And so, if you disagree, then, maybe comment at the end of the video why you disagree with that. But for me, I think I have negative memories about green beans in general as a kid growing up being forced
Mm,
to eat them, and I think it ruined it for me. But I don't get the appeal of green bean casserole. I know there's lots of iterations and lots of ways you can make it, but it's one of those where I'm just gonna pass. There's much better things on the Thanksgiving Day table that would interest me, ahead of green bean casserole. What do you think? Do you like green bean casserole?
I don't hate it. Actually, I think it's got like a cream of mushroom base. And sometimes it's got like a creamy base to it that I do like. I think the one saving feature for it are the fried onions that get topped on, that get like, garnished on top of it. I really like that. And so I do actually like that crunch combo to, adding it in there and little like diversifying the texture in there. So I don't hate it. I'm going to go with you. This was your bit, so I'm going to support you, Dave. Anything you want to do, I don't hate it. I'm going to tell you, don't hate it.
I don't mind the crispy, fried onion topping. That would actually that's good. That's, like, maybe the only good thing about green bean casserole.
Mhm.
I feel like my list is maybe, like, what a 12-year-old would say their yuckiest foods are.
Yeah,
I think I have a pretty refined palate, but I know I just I all those 4, dishes that we talked about, just not for me.
yeah. Well, I think that was good, Dave. Let us know if you got any dishes that you like or dislike, especially dislike. Dave, we should probably wrap this baby up. I know we're going to be talking about our favorite dishes at some point too. So favorite Thanksgiving dishes as well. Anything before we wrap this up?
Yeah, I would like people to comment if there's a dish that didn't make the cut for most overrated, Thanksgiving meal, then, comment that, please. We'd like to see your opinion on it.
Okay, cool. Well, if you haven't already, then please thumbs up. I think thumbs up is the term, right? You don't like these videos. You got to thumbs up these babies and subscribe. So if you haven't already, then please do that. We're going to see y'all next time on the Four Birdies podcast. Four Birdies. See ya.